Hello, Danny. What are you doing up? Go to bed. Hello, everybody. Lovely to see you tonight. I know it's so late, but I have been working. So I've had to do a really late... Hi, Bella. I've had to do a really late live tonight, but I wanted to do this live because it's a very important live. We're going to talk about speaking a little bit tonight. Hi, Mom. Mom, go to bed. It's so late in London. My God. But yes, I wanted to talk to you guys tonight because, and one of you is going to be talking to me live. So please don't disappear because I need one of you to be here tonight. Do you have problems speaking English? It's hard, isn't it? I know. It's so hard. I'm really good, thank you. How are you? It's so hard to speak English. Do you know why? Because most of you, not everybody, most of you, I would say what, 90% probably, don't speak English every day. Do you? You don't speak English every day, do you? No? Okay, and that's why it's so hard. Beijo, mãe. And that's why it's so hard, okay? Because you don't speak English every day. And you, thank you, and you don't speak English to yourself, do you? You don't. Why? Because you think it's crazy to speak English to yourself, but I will tell you something that I honestly believe, and listen to me, friends, speaking English to yourself is something you must do when you don't have anyone to practice with. Because you have yourself. So it's better to get the words out than to not speak at all. Why? There are so many things I could say about this. I could go on and on forever. But what I'm going to say, it's very simple. What I want to say is, when you talk to yourself, you don't just get the words out and practice the speaking as such. You actually start to get used to yourself in English. You start to get used to your voice in English because my voice in Portuguese is different to my voice in English. Did you watch my video from yesterday? My one video in Portuguese? I never post in Portuguese. I'm a different person when I'm speaking Portuguese. And this will happen to you. This happens to everybody. When you're talking in English, you are not yourself. You are your alter ego. What is your alter ego? Is someone who is still you, but someone then, it's like your second personality, your alter ego. And the only way you can get to know your alter ego is by actually speaking. You can't just be quiet. You can't just be like, oh, I don't have the chance to practice, so I won't. You have to be like, okay, I don't have the chance to practice, so I'll just practice with myself, because then I can get used. This is important, everybody. Listen to me. To get used to something, it's like, okay, I am accustomed to this now. This is not new to me. This is normal to me now. So you can get used to yourself speaking English. So when you actually get the chance to practice, you will not be like, oh my God, who is this person? I don't recognize this person. You don't recognize yourself, and it's horrible to not know who you are. You know? So you need to, when you actually get the chance to speak, it needs to be something like, okay, I know who this person is. Like, this sounds familiar. This is me. It's me in English. Okay? So please start talking to yourself today if you're not doing this already. Second thing about speaking that I want to say tonight is very, very important. It's a golden tip. Very, very important, really, okay? You guys, some of you guys, when I say you guys, I'm being totally general here. Please don't take offense, okay? But you guys want to speak English. Everybody says this to me. I really want to speak. I really want to be able to talk. You know, I'm trying to speak, but the words don't come out. Everybody says that to me. You feel the same? Please send me a message here. Please comment. Do you feel the same? Hashtag yes. Please, I need to know this. You want to talk. You're so, anxious. You're so anxious to speak, but you're forgetting something. You're forgetting the most important thing about being able to speak English, which is listening. How on earth do you want? Yeah, everyone's like, yes. How on earth, this is an expression, okay, so don't panic. How on earth do you want to improve your speaking if you're not listening to a whole lot of English? How do you think this is gonna come about? Do you think it's just gonna be like a miracle? That one day you're gonna wake up and you're gonna be like, yay, my speaking is so good. Imagine, always remember, really guys, always remember this. Think of a child learning to speak. Listen to me, this is the most important thing about this live. Where is the camera? There. This is the most important thing about this live. I can't look at the camera, it's so weird on here. A little baby is born. Tiny baby. Baby's not talking, it's just baby. I know the process. I have 2 kids, remember? Babies are born. I'm talking about Dominic and Naomi now. Dom and Mimi were born. Zip, not speaking, clearly they were babies. And then, what was I doing? Because I like to talk. So I was like, yeah, hi guys, what are you doing? Talk to mama. I was, talking to them a lot. And then one day, a miracle happened that Dominic said, m. But I was not saying m to him. I was saying, come to mama. Come to mama. But he didn't say, come to mama. He said, m. Do you understand what I'm getting at here? And then, about, 1 month later, he said, mama. Like, perfectly. Mama. But I was not saying mama. I was saying, do you want mama to hold you now? But he was not saying, do you want mama to hold you now? He just said, mama. And then, about 2 or 3 months later, I don't know because I don't remember, sometime later, Dominic said, mama, hold me. Hold me. He didn't say, mama, can you hold me please? No. He said, mama, hold me. Or something like that. And then much later, Dominic said, mama, can you hold me please? And he kept on going, guys. He kept on going, and then when he was about 2 years old, Dominic was a good talker. He was like, mama, can you hold me please? You see, it's a process. It's not you sleep one day and you wake up the next day and you have a full sentence in English that sounds perfect. It's not going to happen like that. And if somebody is telling you that that's how it works, be fluent in 3 months. It's not true. It's a lie. So don't fall for that. You know better. If you want to speak, you have to listen. Dominic learned to speak because he was listening to me. Hi, Kellen. So, this is what you do, guys. Like, I'm giving you a pot of gold here. I'm giving you what it takes. This is what it takes. You have to listen. The more you listen, the better you're gonna talk. The more you listen, the quicker you're gonna talk. I need water. I'm going crazy here. But you know, that's it. So now, it's the best time of this life. We're gonna have a little chat. 30 people are here. Who wants to talk to me for a little while in English so I can give you some tips, so I can see how your speaking is? Please, your internet connection needs to be good, okay? You need to be somewhere that it's quiet so I can hear you and that everybody can hear you. Yes, we're gonna chat for a little while. So if you feel that you would like to have this experience and to have a little chat with me here, I would love to talk to you. So please send me an invitation. Send me a request. I think that's what it says, isn't it? A request to be on this live. And I will accept one of you at random. At random means just, accept somebody who wants to talk to me and talk to you. So let me see if anybody wants to. If you don't want to, that's okay. I know it might be a bit crazy because there are people watching, but I promise I'll be nice. So if any of you want to talk to me, just send me a little request. What's that here? Okay, just send me a request and we'll talk. And don't worry, I have done this before and it was really cool, really, really nice. Because the best way for me to give you proper tips is to actually, see the mistakes you're making. Because sometimes with speaking, I need to hear you so that I can say, look, when you talk, you should do something like that. So guys, if you're just coming here now, I'm just waiting for somebody to join me. If somebody wants to talk to me a little bit on this live, that would be lovely. Is there anybody here who would like to practice their speaking? That's your chance. Anybody? Let me see, I think I got a request. Okay. And it needs to be, you need to be able to speak a little bit of English, okay? Even if it's not great, it needs to be, you need to be able to talk a little bit. Okay. Right. So, I'm just going to... Let me see if she's gonna pick up. Let me see if she's gonna pick up. Pick up! Just waiting for connection. Hello.
Hi.
Oh my gosh, what a pleasure to finally meet you.
Me too.
Because I know you've been following me for years. How are you,
Yeah.
Duda?
I'm really good. What about you?
I'm good. Oh, who taught you this? Who's your teacher?
You?
Awesome. I'm so excited to talk to you. I really wanted this to happen eventually between us. So what we're going to do is I'm going to ask you some questions about you.
Okay.
Thank you for doing this. It's amazing. It's so brave to do what you're doing. So I'm going to ask you some questions and I'd like you to answer as naturally as you can. It's just us here and a few more people. And I am going to sometimes stop you to make corrections, possible corrections, because your writing in English is amazing. I know that. So I want to see how the speaking is, okay?
Okay.
Tell me a little bit about you. Where do you live?
So, I live in Rio Grande do Norte, a northeast state, Brazil.
Uh-huh.
And I live in a small city called Alto do Rodrigues. It's it's really small, very really in a region where nobody knows. Nobody knows
Is it
There's
like
some,
the countryside?
yeah, the countryside.
Mm-hmm.
There's some beaches around, and I like it here, but I think there's much more in the world to see, to explore, and I would like to live abroad a
And
bit.
that's why you're learning English.
That's why I'm learning English.
Where do you want to
And
go?
because I think today English is like it's the door you need to open for everything.
And who holds the key?
Me.
Yay! You hold the key. Guys, did you hear what she said? She holds the key. English, knowing English is like opening a massive door. And there is only one person who holds the key. And it's yourself. Right? How long have you been learning English? I love your English.
I've been learning English for a year and a half now.
So before this, you spoke no English at all?
I spoke no English at all. At all. And I had no bases, nothing at all. I had
no foundation. Duda, that's
no
a good
foundation.
word. No foundation.
No foundation.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got 2 cousins from Canada, and I felt really extremely frustrated because I couldn't talk to them. And then I found your channel, and that's how everything started.
So
You
hold
were
on a
the
minute.
first person.
No, I'm confused. I'm gonna have a heart attack here. Before you found my channel, you knew no English. So everything you know was also with the help of my channel?
And the first video I saw of yours was listen. I really remember the title, but it was like you're telling us a story about how to make a cake. And you wouldn't be able to make a cake if you didn't practice before, like if you didn't take a look at the recipe and everything. And that I was really proud of myself because I couldn't understand, not 100%, but then I thought, oh, if I can understand a phrase here and there in this video, and just keep on going, and eventually I will do more.
Of course, and you have. You have. Can you see what I'm doing here, guys? In terms of speaking, Duda and everybody else, okay? Really. Speaking is about making it real. So when you read something in English, it's not gonna be the way you speak. Very important to remember. So you're saying that you tried hard, you studied everything, and you wanted to learn. And I said, listen everybody, I said, and you have. I don't have to say, and you have done that. That's super boring. I can just say, and you have. You have. Like, this happened. I'm just agreeing with something Duda did. Is it clear? Is it clear to you, Duda?
Really clear.
Yeah, and this is something that I'm sure you know because you watch a lot of my videos, you watch a lot of content in English. I'm sure English is a part of your life. But this kind of thing, saying just you have, for example, when you're speaking, you need to practice. It doesn't come until you practice, okay? So maybe this is the change we want to promote from now on in your English, because your English is amazing. So we need to take you to the next level where you are super duper close to a native speaker. Your English is fantastic.
Thank you.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 14 years old.
I think you are my youngest follower.
I started following you when I was about 12. And what I think was the most important to me is that none of my friends would really believe in my capacity, and they weren't at all interested in English or learning or changing your life. And they wanted to do this so much that I was like, at least I have her to help me and to encourage me. I had the guts, like finally someone gave me some kind of inspiration to have the guts and start doing this on my own, because it's not easy. You gotta really like take take your time and take a time of your day, of your life to study. And like I burn my brain all my mind was blown all the time, and I had headaches, I had everything, but it was totally worth it.
Yeah, yeah. Do you remember? Stop it, guys. Do you remember a video that, I don't know if you watched this video recently, that I said when we are in contact with a lot of English and we are learning, it makes us physically exhausted.
Yes.
You
I
felt,
remember.
didn't you? Duda, really, congratulations. I am so proud of you, and I'm so glad we spoke tonight. Now I need to know something.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions I can help you with? I can hopefully help you with.
My only question is like, I read a lot in English, and the only point where I think like there's a lack in my learning process is speaking. And I'm not shy, but how can I like transform my listening into speaking? And how can I know if I'm doing it right? Because the only person I talk to is myself. So
First step, always mimicking. Do you understand mimicking?
a lot.
Yeah. When you mimic, do you want to explain to everybody watching us what mimicking means? Can you do that?
Yeah. Mimicking is making signs to explain to show what you're talking. When a person doesn't know.
I know this is a catch. It's a trick question. I know. Mimicking in English, in the sense that I am referring to, is to copy, to do something the same as somebody else. Right?
Yeah.
So the first step you've got to go through this step. It's just like Dominic learning to talk.
Oh,
It's
she's
just
so
like it's just like every kid in the world learning to talk. They are going to mimic you. They're not going to make up sentences out of the blue. They're going to repeat sentences that we tell them first. And then after a while, they're going to start to make up their own sentences. It's exactly the same with you. So right now, don't rush the process wanting to make up your own sentences when you have nobody to correct you, because I think that's the point you're getting at, isn't it?
Yeah.
So instead, don't be afraid to mimic what you see. So put on a good interview, something very real in English. Pause and repeat. Pause and repeat. This is called mimicking. You're doing it exactly the same as what they're doing. And then when this is super amazing, when you can do it very easily, then you will gradually feel more confident to speak on your own. But please don't ever feel insecure to speak English, because what I'm saying to you now is my honest opinion, and there are so many people here commenting saying the same thing. Your English is amazing, and I mean this. So never, not even for a second, feel insecure to talk to your cousins from Canada, to talk to maybe one day their friends in Canada. You can do it. You have already reached a level that you're just going to keep on going up and up and up, and you're doing great. So keep at it, okay?
Okay. One of the things that like helped me the most was understanding that fluency is something natural.
Yeah.
I've just got in Brazil from Canada. I've spent 3 weeks there, and going places, talking to people, and not being afraid of it was the most important part of my trip. And
Yeah.
I really like remembered phrases you thought in your videos, and was like,
Really? You're like, oh, I know this. I can use it. Oh my gosh, that is so good. I am so happy to know this. Thank you. Really, you've made my year with this live. Just knowing that I have contributed somehow to changing your life with regards to English. Thank you so much.
And my cousins were like constantly, "Oh, you have such a British accent." It was like, oh, that I know where I got this from.
Yeah, exactly. Do you like the British accent?
I do. I only speak with an accent, an American accent, because it's easier for me. But like when I first learned the word smart, I remember I couldn't say smart at all. I was like smart.
Smart?
Yeah.
Exactly. And you see, there are no barriers, right? You went to Canada and you understood what they were saying, even though you're
100%.
listening to me most of the time with my videos. Right? It's still English.
And I find it really cute. I find it really cute, like the British accent and everything. And it even helped me, like, I think it's more clear for your ears and for you to, the interviews you use it to recommend for us. I was constantly watching them, and it's totally clear.
Yes, it is. When well spoken, the British accent is the best. Duda, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I hope to speak to you again someday for sure, okay?
Me too.
Congratulations. Totally. Beijo.
Beijo.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh my God, how amazing was this, really? Guys, I hope Duda has just somehow, you know, proved to you that you can do it. She's done it alone. She's done it watching my videos, really. So, you know, dedication, a lot of dedication. She worked very hard and you can do it too. Okay, guys? So I'm gonna love you and leave you. Thank you so much for being here tonight. So tonight was my biggest live yet. And it was such a pleasure to have been with you tonight and to have helped you. All right, have a fantastic weekend. Beijo. Bye.